paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Husker Nation, Amy Williams and Nebraska women's basketball needs you February 18th at 1 p.m. as the Huskers take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. We need your help to sell out Pinnacle Bank Arena for the first time ever. For event and ticket information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
A winter storm warning will be in effect this afternoon through tomorrow morning, as snow is expected to move in late in the day. We could see accumulations overnight of 5 to 8 inches. Highs today will be around 30, but temperatures will be falling this afternoon. A low tonight expected at 14, a high tomorrow of around 27. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Woo! Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Welcome into the Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Wednesday. We got the big Chiefs parade down in Kansas City. I saw Mr. Nate Brennan posting pictures today. People already lined up. I think he's a bandwagon Chiefs fan, but that's just me.
Diehard Chiefs fan Nate Brennan, I guess.
And there he is. AD has returned.
What's happening, man? That's going to be one cold parade down there in KC today, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad the Broncos didn't win the Super Bowl. I'd hate to stand out in that parade and freeze. Yep, that's it.
The Broncos just took one for the team there.
Yeah.
How kind.
Oh, man. Well, fellas, it's good. What's up?
I was just going to say, AD, how we doing, man?
Much better today, man. My doctor still kind of wanted to hang out close. Just kind of take it easy today. Rest. Yesterday was, like I said, yesterday morning was pretty scary, man. You know, it's like 178 over 114, bro. That was the blood pressure. And it's 180, you need to be rushed to the hospital, to the emergency room. And so, yeah, you know, it was just one of those things, man, to where you sometimes the perfect storm, lack of rest, life, etc. And it was the main part that was craziest was the tingling sensation in my fingers and the left side of my face. They were thinking, man, I hope this dude have a mini stroke or something like that. But changed my meds up, got that under control. Blood pressure is decreasing. I was watching the Husker men's game with one eye open last night. I'm like, this is not helping, fellas. So, yeah, man. But, yeah, I appreciate the thoughts and prayers. We're doing better today. I'll be back in the studio tomorrow. Nice. Really probably could have stretched out today, but just being safe, just being smart and trying to be wise. So, and then it's so freaking cold out there, man. I'm like, yeah, I think I'll stream it in today, man.
Not a bad idea.
I mean, I understand, you know, when I leave to go to Arizona, you miss me a lot, but you don't have to get that excited when I come back, AD.
So excited, my blood pressure just goes out of whack.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
You smell like cheese. What do you say? You smell like corn. You smell like cheese and meats.
And then we got And then we got Nick here, driving to Omaha yesterday.
Yeah, AD, I don't know if you know about this, man.
No, what happened, dog?
Okay, so this is going to be a PSA on just how quickly things can change in the blink of an eye. And I'll be honest, I'm not 100% right now. So everybody knows that there was a lot of rain going on yesterday, and it was intense. Visibility on the interstate was horrible. You could barely see the car in front of you. I was in the middle lane going at 60 miles an hour with no cruise control, and went to signal into the left lane, gradually turn, and just hydroplaned straight into the ditch.
Oh,
And so, my back end kind of tailed out. And when I tell you I was sliding in the ditch about 55, 60 miles an hour with no control, boys, that's a helpless feeling. Like I'm sliding towards oncoming traffic on the interstate. And you can barely see anything because the rain is so heavy. And you can't do anything. You can't turn your wheel. You're helpless, and you're just hoping and praying that you stop. I thankfully rolled over one of the little reflector poles, drove over one of those on the opposite side of the ditch.
Oh man.
And when I finished, my car was slanted down because it was up on the other side of the ditch on the hill. And so I was probably I was on the opposite side of the shoulder from the left lane of cars coming the other way. I mean, we're talking like 10 yards. And so, I've knock on wood, I've never gotten in a car accident. But seriously, I know we're supposed to get snow now, 4 to 9 inches. And that shakes you up big time, especially when you're going that fast. And like I said, no cruise control, obviously, because I mean, with the water and the rain so heavy, cruise control obviously wasn't the good idea. But I took a gradual turn in the left lane, and just completely hydroplaned straight into the middle of the road. So, thankfully, car is okay. Car was still drivable, even though I ran over a pole. But I mean, just shows how quick things can change in the blink of an eye. So, please, as we get snow, be safe, be slow. It was terrifying. Still terrifying. I ended up still making it to Omaha. I ended up driving 45. Everybody on the interstate was driving 40 to 45 miles an hour the entire way through.
Yeah.
And because it was so bad, but man, that drive back to Lincoln last night, I mean, it was every single time that I felt the wind or I turned my wheel, like I would not white knuckling, but I was pretty close because I was like, it just happened so quick before that it happens and you can't do anything about it, especially at that rate of speed. So, yeah, I mean, terrifying. I'm still not 100 because it was definitely the scariest moment of my life, man. So
Nick, I did not know any of this, man. Thank God, the good Lord, that you're okay. Because sometimes, in fact, unfortunately, many times, the narrative doesn't end like that. Without something catastrophic happening. So for you to get away with, just getting the left lane and hitting the reflector, I mean, that could have went a lot different, bro. I would have been white knuckling the whole way. I would have been nervous, man.
Well, it's like it was like one of those things that when you turn the wheel, like nothing happens because you're sliding horizontally and you're sliding down this ditch and you just hoping, like I the one thing I remember is hoping and praying, like, all right, here I like it moves, if it makes sense. It moves so fast, but it went so slow.
Yep.
Right.
It happened so fast, but it moved so slow because it was like I was sliding horizontally. And all I'm looking at is the left lane of cars that are going, 80, 85 miles an hour in the fast lane on the opposite side, thinking if I go over there, I'm done. Like I'm not playing Frogger, like I'm done.
Yeah.
And stuff. And just not good. Just not something I want to do again. So
those are one of those moments, man, to where you document it. Obviously you got it in your head, but I mean, you write it down and wondered, okay, whatever I was going through prior to this doesn't probably mean a whole lot when you put it in perspective. You know what I'm saying, man? Wow. Dude,
So
yes,
just,
yes.
yeah,
What did
I
you
just
do-
playing. It happened so quick.
What did you have to go to Omaha for yesterday? What was going on?
I took Kyla out to dinner. I took
Okay.
my girlfriend out to dinner, and so I was on my way up there, and I was up. I left town about 3:30 or 3:45 yesterday, because I didn't want to hit the 5 o'clock traffic. But then, so like and that's one thing I will say, like traffic wasn't horrible at the time. And it's just like somebody on the text line asked, like, why did I switch lanes? Well, because I was in the middle lane, and as I was going 60 miles an hour, I was still about to get up on a guy, and so I saw it from 150, 200 yards away that I was going to have to change lanes. So I gradually gave myself plenty of time to change lanes in the left lane to pass him. And my car just went off, just completely took it. So, I on a lighter note, the Bee Gees "Staying Alive" was the song that was playing. So I don't know. I tell you this, guys. So, I mean, it's true what they say, that after something like that happens, the music just keeps on playing. I'm sitting in the middle of the ditch with my car at an angle, and like my back end about 10 yards away from the left lane of the interstate, and I'm like, staying alive. I was like, man, it's just true what they say. The music just keeps on playing.
That just shows me you'll do anything to get votes for your Nick poll of whether you're liked or not, because
Yeah.
I saw after that, you so up considerably a lot. So we're glad to have you.
Yeah, so it was just super, super terrifying. So yesterday, just not a good day for the drive folks. I mean, Raff had a fine day. Raff was fine, but collectively as a team, just not a day we want to remember.
No, it's just a weird day, man. I'm not a big Valentine's Day guy at all.
I was
However,
looking for my flowers all day.
well, you were taking glamour shots, I saw this morning. I think you were just fine, bro.
Well, I wanted to believe.
Now, yesterday was a weird day. Yeah, Nick, that could have went a lot of different ways. Well, let me ask you this: did you end up having the spaghetti last night?
I did. Well, so guys, the tougher part, I had two challenges. So after I drove out of the ditch, basically, I was sitting on the left side of the interstate, and with no visibility, I'm like, crap, how am I going to get back on? I mean, because I'm on the left side, so I'm on the fast lane, and I'm like, how am I going to get back on this thing? And because I got people zooming past me, I'm not going to be able to get up to 75. I don't even know if my car drives. Yeah. And so I was like, man. So I was contemplating, like, do I call a non-emergency? Like should I wait? Well, luckily I got out of the car and kind of like checked my car and stuff and checked everything, and everything looked okay on the outside and stuff, other than the little dent that I have above my wheel. But yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. I ended up getting back on the interstate and stayed in the right-hand lane the entire way.
I know that's right.
I stayed behind this Amazon truck who was behind these two semis, and I did not care. I was like, I am not in a hurry at all right now anymore. I'm not trying to. I'm okay if this drive takes another 2 hours. I don't care.
Well, the good thing is like I said, man, it could have went a lot of different directions, and came out of that Joker safe, man. Came out of it safe. That's for sure. Well, I tell you who didn't come out safe yesterday, man. We'll dive into it after break if we're going to break. Was Nebraska. Dude, how big, and I don't, like I said, I'll get to more after break, but that was a huge win. There's a lot to unpack on that win. There's a lot to unpack. I mean, from bench play to just, again, Raff, you got to just keep that hat at the studio, to just moxie. Those guys just showed a lot of moxie last night. And I'm watching this game, and I'm almost waiting for the hammer to drop. Like, okay, when are we going to totally screw this up? And I've been, I had the same feeling against Wisconsin. I had the same feeling against, we beat 2 weeks ago, Penn State. This team, we're watching them grow up right before our eyes. So we'll dive into more of that when we come back. But, man, there is a lot to unpack with that men's game last night, man.
All right. We'll send it a break. This is The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hopcat exists at the intersection of great beer and delicious food, complemented by music, art, community, and comfort. Home to a best-in-class beer experience served by craft beer experts, guests can expect a casual, inviting local gathering place with some of the best damn burgers and fries you'll find in Lincoln. Hopcat is your pregame headquarters for basketball and volleyball all season long. Hopcat is located at 6th and P in the Haymarket. To plan your next trip to Hopcat, visit www.hopcat.com.
Come see the state's largest display of John Deere equipment at Acres Ag and Turf Expo. Acres Ag professionals and suppliers will be on hand to discuss techniques from tillage and planting to application and harvest. Also, don't miss the full lineup of John Deere mowers and compact tractors. Join us at Grand Island Fauner Park February 21st and 22nd or the Lincoln Lancaster Event Center March 8th and 9th. Go to acres.com to request your free tickets today.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
Nutrition Authority presents Fusion 30, an ultra-clean protein powder ideal for anyone wanting to look better, feel better, or perform better. Fusion 30 can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today for a free sample, visit with a certified nutritionist, and get better than internet pricing. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Max 10 for men. Bye-bye golfer lines and t-shirt 10s. Take it to the max at Max 10. Get a 30-day pass, just $25. With stand-ups and laydowns for men of stature. Be a Max 10 man. Get 30 days for just $25 now at all 4 Lincoln Max 10 locations.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Red!
Husker Nation, Amy Williams and Nebraska women's basketball needs you February 18th at 1 p.m. as the Huskers take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. We need your help to sell out Pinnacle Bank Arena for the first time ever. For event and ticket information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, wanting to say Happy New Year and thank you to all of you for your continued support. We have just closed out another outstanding year. We want to start 2023 off with a bang. The new GMC and Chevrolet inventory continues to roll in, and I'll actually be picking up my 2023 GMC later this month. So with interest rates continuing to climb, Cobble is partnering with General Motors and now offering 2.9% APR on select models. So we invite you to the dealership. Check us out online at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone. It can reverse an opioid overdose. I decided to always keep it on me after my friend almost died. It saved his life.
I'm so sorry. That makes me want to have it with me too.
You totally should. Check the pharmacy. It was actually really easy to get and it's easy to use.
I definitely will. Thanks.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday, and it's starting to get a little chilly outside. Weather, I think, is supposed to get a little snowy.
Yep, 4 to 9 inches of snow.
Yo!
That's what they're calling for.
Will that hopefully skirt Lincoln?
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't looked at the radar. I just was relayed the message of 4 to 9 inches here. Hold on.
I miss golf.
So yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh, a guy who just spent the last week golfing. I'm jealous of you, man.
Yeah, I don't think that Nebraska's gonna miss it because they are smack dab in the middle of it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They are between 3 to 8, which Omaha is supposed to get, and 5 to 10, which is what Nebraska City and Beatrice are supposed to get. So looks like it's going to be about 4 to 9 inches.
Yeah. I'm looking at WeatherBug right now, and but it's looking like it's not supposed to start until what, 6 o'clock this evening, maybe for here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ain't looking good. Anytime you see 30, 50, 50, 50, 80, 60, 70.
Well, it was crazy because just at the beginning of the week, like on Saturday, when I was thinking about trying to get out and golf, Raff, because that's what we had to pay attention to the temperature here.
I
in
like
Lincoln.
golf.
But it was crazy because I was looking at the daily highs and I'm like, all right, it's going to be 58 tomorrow, 43 the next day, and then it's going to be 40 the next day, and then 21. I was like, what is going on? We're going in the wrong direction here. 21 degrees is the high tomorrow, I believe. So
21?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah. So AD, you better wear your little parka tomorrow, your little puffy coat.
Man, I'm wearing a onesie tomorrow.
Yeah.
How about all three of us just stream in and we call it good?
Everybody's streaming.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Hey, Raff, real quick, man, what was the high temperature you guys had when you were there in AZ, you think?
72, I think.
Man, that just seems foreign.
This week down there, though, it's all 40s and 50s, and then warms up a little bit on the weekend. But
wow,
we definitely got the best week of the bunch to have the tournament and the Super Bowl and all that. They planned wisely, because if it would have been this week, it would have been miserable.
Yeah, that's rough going. That's rough going.
I don't feel
mid 40s in Arizona is miserable.
Oh, it is. It is.
For the waste management, that would have been pretty bad.
That would have been bad. That would have been
bad. For the game, they can control that environment a lot more, but for the waste management, man, they would have took a major hit on numbers as far as that goes.
Oh, and those Arizona peeps down there, 40 for them is like 10 degrees for us.
Really?
Yeah. It's like the end of the world. It's like, oh my goodness, it's so cold. And I'd be like, well, I'd consider wearing shorts.
Yeah, it's shorts weather out here.
Yeah.
Shorts and long sleeve shirt.
No
jacket.
Not once you get used to it, though.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly.
I'm sure. Well, boys, Nebraska men's basketball. I mean, how I don't know if any of us necessarily saw it coming with how well they've played. I mean, it definitely wasn't out of the question for them to go steal one on the road. But, I mean, this is another game where, once again, AD, I mean, I'm going to piggyback off of what you said earlier. I was just waiting for, Nebraska to stop hitting shots.
Yeah.
CJ Wilcher started out lights out, which give credit to him because he's had a rough year. So give credit to him for finding his stroke on the floor.
Back in his home state as well.
Right. You're right.
Yep.
And so, but I mean, I found myself with 13 or 14 minutes in the second half, right? When Rutgers starts to turn up the energy, that's when we're used to seeing when the opponent turns up the energy and intensity. That's when we start to see Nebraska usually make mistakes. Maybe not this team, but in years past. So I sat there and I'm like, all right, just keep hitting shots, figure out a way to hit shots, just figure it out. And they did. They did, whether it was Casey, whether it was Sam Hoiberg, whether it was Derek Walker.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was hitting shots, and it's the Rack or Jersey Mike's Arena, tough place to play. But Nebraska went in and got it done. And now, guys, they have 3 home games.
Oh, yeah.
3 home games in a row.
Anything's possible.
Against a middle-of-the-road team in they play Maryland, who's top or middle of the road team on Sunday.
Yep.
Then they have Minnesota, who's the worst team in the Big Ten Conference at home. And then you have Michigan State on Senior Day.
Yep.
Like there are opportunities here. We're not asking you to go out and beat number 3 Purdue.
Yeah.
We're not trying to go out and beat, number 15 Northwestern, the second best team in the conference. We're not going out and asking you that. You just got to take care of business and it'll work.
Yeah.
You'll finish the season like winners of 6 of their last 7, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this. Now, this is thinking hypothetically, but you think about
I love hypothetical, AD.
hypothetical. Sunday, you welcome Maryland, who's 17-8. They're 8th in the Big Ten. All right. Then you got on Saturday, they got a week off, which would be nice for them after the gauntlet they've been through. They got Minnesota at home, a team they should handle, like you mentioned. That's the bottom of the conference right now. And then you got Michigan State at home on that Tuesday for Senior Day, and you're at Iowa on March 5th. How many of those, you guys, before we dive into the stats, how many of those games do you think that are plausible that you can really realistically see them get done?
3 or 4.
Minnesota, Michigan State, Iowa.
I could see them winning their 3 home
3 or 4.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maryland's a team, though, that – go ahead, Raff.
Oh, no, I was just saying 3 or 4. So you get that, and say you are able to get a couple games in the Big Ten. You might be on the bubble for a tournament, possibly, just because of their schedule strength. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out if they continue playing good basketball.
Yeah, this game surprised me in so many different ways last night. And you're looking at these stats. We talked about this. It's been our same storyline for every men's Nebraska basketball game. D-Walk's got to be assertive. Griesel's got to be a floor general. You got to minimize the turnovers. You got to hit free throws. And who's going to step up other than D-Walk and Griesel? And you look at the stat line. D-Walk ends up with 16 points, 3 boards, and assists. Griesel was just had a monster game overall. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. And then Wiltshire. I mean, this guy came out of nowhere. I think he's like, you know what? I'm going back home. I've had a bad shooting percentage all year. I know I can shoot the ball. It's time to prove it. He ends up with 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Then Jamarcus Lawrence, a freshman, 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And then, of course, now I want to get to real fast again. Hoiberg steps up. I mean, this kid for the past month has just been stepping up. That big 3 he hit was massive to keep the stretch going. So 7 points, 2 boards, and an assist. But then Casey, y'all, Raff, I heard you and Sip talking about in the spillover. Casey has 22 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Listen, is the guy in the argument for second, third team All Big Ten? He keeps this up. If he keeps this
up, you might as well be. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, it has to be. Has to be.
He's changed the trajectory of Nebraska's thinking, and I also like last night too the way that kind of CJ and Casey kind of played off each other.
Yeah,
it was like CJ came out the beginning of the game, had the hot hand. Casey, I wouldn't say struggling, but he didn't start out on fire by no means. Usually when he doesn't start out like that, it goes the entire game. Mm-hmm. But they sort of played off each other. CJ kept us in the game and ahead. And then Casey kind of took over late. So I like the way they played off each other. Hopefully they can keep that up. But I just can't go back enough to Griesel on his rebounding.
Yeah.
Huge, man.
He's
huge.
You're throwing up 11 rebounds and you're a point guard, but just the way he does it, just watching the way he boxes out, he's so fundamentally sound on reboarding, because usually he's going up against a guy that's like 6'9", 6'10", 6'8", and he's getting position, and that's well taught. So,
well, guys, so we always talk about, Nebraska, one thing that they can do, or one goal there should be to get a bye in the first round of the Big Ten tournament. Don't force yourself to play on day one.
Yep.
They are half a game out of doing that. A half a game behind Wisconsin in the Big Ten Conference. What does Wisconsin have going forward? Their schedule shapes up this way. On the road at Rutgers, Iowa goes to Wisconsin, on the road at Michigan, on the road at Purdue, on the road at Minnesota. Looking even farther ahead, Penn State on the road at Minnesota, on the road at Ohio State, on the road at Rutgers, on the road at Northwestern, Maryland at home. Looking even farther up, one game above Wisconsin is Michigan at 8-7 overall in the Big Ten Conference. Michigan State at home, on the road at Rutgers, on the road at Wisconsin, on the road at Illinois, and on the road at Indiana. So when we look at what Nebraska could do,
possibilities are there.
They just got to take care of business.
Right.
If they win these 3 games at home, then they shape up. They're going to be, they'd be 9-11 if they go 3-4 the rest of the way. They'd finish out 9-11 in the Big Ten Conference with not having 2 of your starters since January 21st.
That's gigantic.
Since January 21st. In the most crucial months of basketball, February and March, you were down 2 starters, and you ended up playing and figuring out a way to win 6 of your last 7 games and 9 of 11, and go 9-11 in the Big Ten Conference. It's crazy to think about.
That's wild.
It's insane to think about.
Give Hoiberg an extension right now. Early for that.
Yeah. Hey, I think he saved his job. There's no question.
Yeah.
There's no question. You bring Fred Hoiberg back.
Oh yeah, he's definitely has to return next year.
Sanderson asked, serious question. People seem to think that beating Michigan State at home this year is very doable based on what they killed us earlier this year. And they did. And that was when Nebraska had everybody healthy. If I remember correctly, Blaise Cato was still banged up at that time. I might be wrong. Either way, if I remember correctly, Nebraska shot 2 of 16 from beyond the arc in that game.
Yeah.
And as we've seen over these last couple of days or games, Nebraska's got to shoot well, obviously. That's just a generalized statement. Yeah. And I think part of it was going into Tom Izzo's house and trying to figure out a way to take one away from Michigan State. And that one guy for Michigan State went off in the first 8 minutes of the game. He had 12, 14 points in the first 8 minutes. I'm blanking on the name, but I think that game was just a little weird. But here we are, and Casey has scored, I think it was 98 points in the last 4 games.
4 games.
Yeah.
Leading the Big Ten.
That's just insane to think about. So Casey even started off 0 of 3 yesterday or 0 of 2. And still figured out a way to get into double figures and up to 20 points. And D-Walk just kept on going at him. And like you guys said, Sam Griesel contributed from the guard position as well.
The one thing I'd be interested to look at is the schedule for Pinnacle Bank Arena. I know that they have the concert on Thursday, but what they have scheduled, because I know high school basketball, if that's going to be just set up as a basketball court, because I'd have to think practice-wise, I'd want to move all my practices to PBA for the rest of the year that it's available. It seems like sometimes they struggle a little bit shooting at home where that should not happen.
So the good news, the state tournament doesn't begin until March 1st. So I guess, hold on, that deals with the girls side of things. Here we go. March. So on March 5th, so it's that Sunday, they will have to work around the girls' state tournament that is played the March 1st through the 4th. So they'd probably go to Hendricks.
I'd get as many practices at the PBA as possible if I was Coach Hoiberg.
Yeah.
Raff, you just saying that seems like an oxymoron, just we need to shoot better at home. But that's been the tail of the tape for Nebraska men's basketball at PBA. They just overall, I'd be curious what that stat would be, what they shoot percentage-wise at home. But for a team that plays at home, they don't shoot as well at home at times, Raff. And so I totally agree with you, man. I'd be shooting that place as much as I possibly could. Even if it wasn't a full-scale practice, we'd have shoot-arounds there like crazy. Just, again, I know this late in the season, people could be saying, well, what do you mean it's your home stadium, your home arena? Exactly. That's the whole point. It's your home arena. We just haven't historically shot well there this year. And let's be honest, Nebraska men at times haven't shot well anywhere, and when they do, though, they're a team to be reckoned with. And last night showed that. I think they shot overall 58% from the field last night. And one thing, a telling stat, now they still had too many turnovers, at 14. But they also shot 6 from 9 from the free throw line. They didn't get to the line a lot because there was a lot of outside shots taken. But shoot 67% free throws, regardless. I don't care if they were 2 for 4. Make your free throws. So all of those things were huge factors for them. And they also scored 16 points off of Rutgers turnovers. Rutgers is a very athletic team, man. I mean, and I think it's funny in that those guys, you thought they were just going to, athleticism would just eventually just take over. They couldn't hit shots last night. There were some shots they missed. And then there were some very frivolous turnovers they had yesterday, which was not characteristic of this team. However, though, I think you have to tip your hat to Nebraska for that because of the type of pressure they were putting on Rutgers. They never let them get comfortable shooting the ball. Nebraska's defensive rotation, and then they sat back in that 2-3 a few times. They kept confusing the looks at Rutgers. 2-3, 1-3-1, then they switched to a man, but every shot for the most part was contested. And again, it goes back to your point, Nick, you said earlier. They just freaking rebounded the ball well. They rebounded the ball well yesterday. So, like I said, last night, in my opinion, I mean, you look at the Penn State game, you look at Iowa early. Look at Purdue earlier, so they should have probably beat them. This was one of the most complete games Nebraska men has played this year, again, without Gary and Brandonville. So that was huge for them. And I think even from a confidence perspective, that was huge for those guys last night, in particular for Wilcher. Wilcher needed a game like that. It was crucial at this time of year, because again, sometimes you keep missing and missing and missing, man, you start having these mind games within yourself. It's like the yips in golf. It's like, man, am I even capable of doing this? He proved himself, and I was so happy for that young man to do it at home because, he had a lot of people. He wanted to play well at home yesterday. So I was really glad to see him play well yesterday in light of the circumstances.
And any time that the opposing fans leave and shoot Kent Pavelka the birds as they're walking out, we've succeeded. So
job well done, right?
Well done, KP. Well done. All right, we'll throw it a break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Husker Nation, Amy Williams and Nebraska women's basketball needs you February 18th at 1 p.m. as the Huskers take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. We need your help to sell out Pinnacle Bank Arena for the first time ever. For event and ticket information at huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Red!
Shopping for insurance can be a frustrating and tedious task. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln has a full staff of licensed professional agents who will do the work all for you. Brokers utilizes over 20 insurance companies to save their clients money. Brokers Insurance Agency will always do what is in the client's best interest and will find the best program to fit your needs. Call Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 to get a quote today, or find us online at brokersinsurancenE.com.
Tractor Supply is looking for full-time team members for their Waverly Distribution Center. Tractor Supply has a new progressive pay model where team members receive 5 wage increases in the first 2 years of employment with the ability to earn up to $24 per hour. Applicants can expect a 3- and 4-day work week schedule with additional overtime days with both day and night shift schedules available. At Tractor Supply, they work hard, have fun, and make money. Apply today at tractorsupply.jobs.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone. It can reverse an opioid overdose. I decided to always keep it on me after my friend almost died. It saved his life.
I'm so sorry. That makes me want to have it with me too.
You totally should. Check the pharmacy. It was actually really easy to get, and it's easy to use.
I definitely will. Thanks.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, wanting to say Happy New Year and thank you to all of you for your continued support. We have just closed out another outstanding year. We want to start 2023 off with a bang. The new GMC and Chevrolet inventory continues to roll in, and I'll actually be picking up my 2023 GMC later this month. So with interest rates continuing to climb, Cobble is partnering with General Motors and now offering 2.9% APR on select models. So we invite you to the dealership. Check us out online at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
Are you looking for a solid, stable career in assembly, CNC machining, or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello. Good morning. Let's go. Let's go. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Know you've been waiting for it. 'Cause I seen you out.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday, pre-snow. And AD is back with us today. It's good to have you back, AD.
Oh, brothers, it's good to be back. It's good to be back, man. And Nick goes, ugh.
Gag me, Raff.
Yeah, I don't think we've had the whole crew there yet since before you left for AZ.
Monday, I think.
Yeah.
Monday before.
Yeah, have all of us in the studio at the same time. Yeah, it's good to be back, y'all. Kind of, Sanderson mentioned this earlier, and Sanderson, I appreciate you, brother, talking about your blood pressure and things like that. I got a monitor here at the house. But yeah, man, I woke up probably about, I knew something was up. My clock went off and got up. But even before then, it was about 3:30. I'm just like, man, something does not feel right. And then I, kind of dozed back off and, man, took the BP, and I was like, yeah, this is not right. And the tingling sensation, all the rest of that stuff. So yeah, listen to your body. Check those things out when you got to. Stress levels, whatever it may be. Get to your doctors, your physicals, ladies out there, your annuals. Get all that stuff done. In fact, I was just talking to a buddy of mine at an event I spoke at about 2 weeks ago when I was in Omaha, Nick, speaking for that group. And my man said, AD, I'm getting in. He goes, man, I got my appointment, showed me on his phone, and messaged me a few days later. He hadn't had a physical in 6 years. I'm just thinking, bro, at our age, you cannot be going 6 years. But he got in, which is the most important thing, and found out some things he needs to get taken care of. But you got to get in your doctors, folks. You got to take care of your bodies. Hence why I'm kind of streaming again today. Was I physically able to get to studio today? Yeah, doctor's like, man, you might want to take another day just to relax, So even today, I'll be returning some emails, man, but not doing a whole lot and just basically monitoring my blood pressure. And I got a new prescription, and I don't know how that's going to make me feel. So, just a lot of unknowns until this thing measures it out and gets them changed up. But no, it's good to be back back with you fellas, all of us on here, and that's history now. Let's go to history with Sam Cook, man.
Now, punting.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
Before I go there, what happened with Mississippi Mud Dog yesterday, man? Is that an off-the-air question?
I called him out. I called him out because I said that they might have liked me, actually, since they haven't texted in a long time. And so then they got on their little high horse and started texting in again, and that was it. So because here's the thing, AD, people were giving me crap because of Spaghetti Works.
Spaghetti Works.
People were making fun of me because I was going to Spaghetti Works for dinner. So I was just kind of
Spaghetti Works.
That's what I said. By the way, poll update. It was funny earlier. Somebody said, I think it was Qdoba guy. Yeah, we got to be more careful with these polls. We told him Spaghetti Works was good, and he risked his life for it. So I mean, that's the thing. Spaghetti Works, good. The good side of things won the poll yesterday on Twitter. So
good side of things. I know what's going on.
and Nick won good as a person too, so that was good.
Did
also.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we voted. Rico AD tweeted out whether he just goes Nick Sainer ... good or bad. Thankfully, good one.
It was 50-50 for a long time.
It was 50-50. Bad was winning for a while.
Oh man, I wish I would have paid attention. I was kind of out of the grid, but yeah, I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, I am too. I'm glad I made it. I'm glad I made it to Spaghetti Works. Glad I made it this morning too.
Well, sometimes when things don't turn out right, it can be a blessing in disguise, because in 1996, during this week in 1996, NFL coaching maestro Bill Belichick is fired by Cleveland, finishing his Browns coaching career with a record of 36-44. I would venture to say that it worked out pretty good for Bill Belichick after he was fired.
Yeah.
It worked out for him.
But just think about Cleveland, the coaching staff that they had when he was the head coach there. You got Nick Saban, Bill Belichick on the same staff.
Good.
They were loaded. They were actually a really good team, but
just young guys.
Yeah, but
they were young guys, man.
Modell decided it was time to move them to Baltimore, and when he moved them to Baltimore, he wanted to start with a new head coach. So that was the end of Belichick.
That was the end of it, man. That was the end of it. The end of it in Cleveland for sure. But then he comes out and says, "Okay, I'm going to take care. I'm going to take care of business somewhere else." And he's obviously done that with 6 Super Bowls with, as the head coach at New England.
Yep,
he took care of it. Also, this time in history, 1978, Leon Spinks beats Muhammad Ali in 15 for the heavyweight boxing title. Raff, remember Leon Spinks for a while was living in Columbus, Nebraska, I believe.
Yeah, I believe he lived there all the way up until he passed away, actually.
Yeah, Leon Spinks.
Yep.
There was, I think the Journal Star had a really cool article about him a number of years ago. But just a lot of folks didn't even realize he was one time the heavyweight champion of the world, and he was living right there in Columbus, Nebraska, man, which was crazy. Husker history. Former Nebraska running back, and this is a sad one because Kenny Clark was a good man. Former running back Kenny Clark passed away at 46. They called him the silent runner. Raff, let Nick know about how smooth Kenny K-Walk was, man.
Well, let's just say there was a big matchup between Oklahoma State and Nebraska, 1989, 88-89.
Yep.
And Ken Clark had 256 yards rushing that day, and Barry Sanders had 189.
Hello.
So he put on a show that day in Lincoln. So he was definitely good. And I guess one day if Steve Taylor ever wants to come in and tell a story about him and Ken Clark, he's more than welcome to come in and tell that story also.
There's There's a lot of stories about Kenny Clark, man. And I just remember when Kenny Clark was there, I was just a kid helping my brother out in the equipment room for the football team at that point. But always just a very quiet guy, very quiet, always cool, always gracious. And I think that has been that long ago. When I seen that yesterday, actually Monday, I was waiting for you to get back, Raff, for me to announce why you were there. But for him to it seemed like that was 10 years ago. It doesn't even seem right, because I remember still talking to my brother Mark and Steve Taylor when we found out that Kenny Clark had passed away. 46 years old, man. He was an amazing guy. And just on Monday night, you guys had the and I'll share these maybe on social media later. Obviously didn't yesterday for obvious reasons, but spoke for Coach Osborne's teammates award ceremony for the mentors and mentees. And I was at the Lincoln train station on Monday night. And we're just talking to Coach a little bit, and just the number of guys that he coached is ridiculous. I mean, the number of from all Americans to all conference, it's pretty cool. And seeing Coach speak up there on Monday night was pretty cool. So yeah, a lot of players whose lives he impacted, including mine and the current teammate CEO, Des Moines Adams, who they have their show, I believe it's still on Wednesday nights, Nick, at 6:00. So definitely check out the Teammates Talk. They're on the right air from 6:00 to 8 or 6 or I know Wednesday night at 6:00 for sure. 6:00. And they do a great job. If you have some time and you'd like to speak, be there for a young man, young woman that are looking for some mentoring, some tutelage, or just somebody to listen to, definitely check out teammates.org. I've always figured if Coach Osborne had the time to do it, and that guy was the head coach, assistant AD, a father, everything else, not a lot of excuses if that's something you have a desire to do. Again, you got to have a desire to do it. But it was pretty cool to see all those people receive 20-year awards, 10-year awards, who have been mentoring kids for that long. It's once a week for an hour is all it is. So again, good to see T.O., and obviously that brings up sad memories with Kenny Clark, but also, as Raff mentioned, man, the dude was a heck of a football player, man, even better person. Absolutely.
All right, we'll throw it a break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the United States, but regular screening can reduce colon cancer deaths by 50%. At-home screening tests such as the fecal immunochemical test, or FIT, can help identify precancerous polyps and prevent colon cancer. FIT is easy to use, with no prep needed, can be completed in the privacy of your own home, and are often free to order from your local county health department. Take a health quiz to know if you are at risk of developing colon cancer. Now is the time to act and ensure that you take the quiz.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt.
A lot of people in the summertime think, gee, I want to build a new home. By the time they go through the process of sitting down, getting the permits, and getting the home started, the home isn't done until January or February.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, and they've built neighborhoods in and around Lincoln for over 25 years.
I think the best time to start designing your new home is the month of February. Get an early start on it. Sit down. The snow's flying. Let's sit around the table. Let's drop some plans. Let's put numbers together. Let's get a budget put together. And let's get that thing started so that the home's done in summer or fall before school starts. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
What are you doing, Sip?
I thought the chickens could use some more light in their lives.
So you're building what exactly?
It's a motion-censored switchboard. Duh.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Of course. Ow! God! Ow!
Seems like a job for a professional.
Just one more wire. Yep, there you go, right there.
Don't be like Sip. Call Joe at Ambition Electric for any of your electric needs at 402-217-3415.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The winter storm warning will be in effect this afternoon through tomorrow morning. As snow is expected to move in late in the day, we could see accumulations overnight of 5 to 8 inches. Highs today will be around 30, but temperatures will be falling this afternoon. The low tonight expected of 14, a high tomorrow of around 27. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Shopping for insurance can be a frustrating and tedious task. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln has a full staff of licensed professional agents who will do the work all for you. Brokers utilizes over 20 insurance companies to save their clients money. Brokers Insurance Agency will always do what is in the client's best interest and will find the best program to fit your needs. Call Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 to get a quote today, or find us online at brokersinsurancene.com.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We are proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. So apply today at sandhills.jobs. Boom. Oh, that feels good to be back there, Nick. I'm not going to lie. I missed it.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I was devastated. I couldn't find the script yesterday.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, AD's back.
He's back. Right. We got him back.
We got him back. He's
back.
Here. He's here.
Yeah. It's weird. I'm just sitting here listening to you read it. I'm thinking, oh, yeah, I didn't click my buttons.
It's that soothing voice that just makes you want to listen.
Cool Hand Luke says here, when I was young in '89, I was in the hospital for a couple months. Coach Osborne sent Kenny to visit me in the hospital, gave me tickets to the Kansas game. Went to the game and got a locker room tour from Kenny. Great guy, and definitely made me a Husker fan for life. Still the hat with his autograph. Cool Hand Luke, man, that is absolutely priceless right there. And it goes to show you small gestures of kindness can go a long way. And Raff, I think I remember you saying that yesterday when I was kind of waiting for my results. And anyway, yesterday, as you ended the show out, talking about the tragedy that took place at Michigan State, just show somebody kindness, man. And you can see Cool Hand Luke mentions that from 1989, all those years ago, yet it still resonates with him today. So a big shout out to Cool Hand Luke for sharing that with us as well. Appreciate that, brother. During that whole crazy deal, man, I texted Ted Gilmore, a good buddy of mine. He's a Michigan State coach, receivers and tight ends coach. And he says, man, it was crazy. In fact, he was in bed, because later he was in bed, but he was mentioning when he woke up, it was just complete chaos. It was like, what in the world is going on? Because obviously he doesn't live on campus, but just a scary deal down there. Again, our thoughts and prayers to those who lost loved ones and for the continued psychological recovery of those students there, because I believe they were for 48 hours. I think that was yesterday and today included. Absolutely no activities on campus. I think they resume again tomorrow. But man, and Nick, obviously I seen you reached out to me about it, and just you being a college student and me having 3 kids on that campus, at the University of Nebraska, at least 2 for right now. Keenan's graduated, but yeah, it's quite close to home, man. Close to home.
Well, I just can't even imagine being like I was that guy in the dorm that had my door wide open all the time because I was just chilling there, and it was just, we had a dorm floor that we were all good friends on, and so it was just going to whoever's room we wanted to at any time of the day. I can't even imagine that changing into, holy crap, there's somebody on this floor with a gun, and he's like, it's just insane. And it comes out that the suspect had no affiliation with Michigan State, and it's just, once again, it's like that with AD, everything that you experienced yesterday, what I experienced yesterday. Just if you need more reminders of how quick things can change in the blink of an eye, my goodness,
they really can, brother.
It's just been a wild couple of days.
Yes,
it's been a wild couple of days.
On the text line as well, Chase B says, "Did you see the scumbag tweet that Juju Schuster put out yesterday?" I think it was he was taking a shot at AJ Brown. Was it a shot he took at AJ Brown?
It was the of Bradbury, the defensive back, and he was like, I'll hold you in the most important moments. Hold on, I need to make sure I get this.
Oh, it's Valentine?
Yeah. It was the picture of the Valentine, the Eagles player with the Valentine. Yeah.
Oh man.
It was James Bradbury, a picture of him, and it's the Valentine card says, "I'll hold you when it matters most."
Oh,
and then it's two in front.
Oh man.
2 in front. That's all it is. Just,
that's crazy, man. You know what?
People don't like that. People didn't like that.
Yeah,
it's like Juju. You won your Super Bowl. Let it be, bro. Like, does that make? I mean, I get it. It's all fun, jokes or whatever. But I don't know, man. Some of this generations, and I'm not saying the whole generation. I'm gonna say this mentality that thinks I have to belittle you on social media, because there's folks that are 70 years old to do it, the folks that are 17 to do it. But this day and age of just hopping on social media talking trash, it's kind of like, man, it's kind of like that old meme Mike Tyson had. He goes, everybody's got he goes, obviously a lot of people grew up not getting a punch in the face, and you can tell.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. It's just, to me, that's just petty. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just petty.
It's just like, you won the championship, be happy. Like, even Brittany Mahomes, coming out and like, everybody needs to apologize to Pat and the Kansas City Chiefs. Why would we apologize to you? We always have him number 1 as the best quarterback in the NFL. We said they were going to be competitive this year. We thought maybe they might take a bit of a hit with the loss of Tyreek Hill, but there was nobody out there saying the Chiefs were going to be a disaster football team this year. And she's wanting apologies. I'm like, yeah, not so much.
Go ahead, AD. Sorry.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
So I was going to tell you what AJ Brown said in response to this. He said, first off, congratulations. Y'all deserve it. But this is lame. You was on the way out of the league before Mahomes resurrected your career on your 1-year deal, TikTok boy. He admitted that he grabbed you, but don't act like you're like that or ever was. But congratulations again. just the subtle shots of you was on the way out of the league before Mahomes resurrected your career on your 1-year deal, TikTok boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
I good for AJ Brown, man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even said that much. I would have been like, "Hey, congratulations, bro. Hey, enjoy your victory, man."
Congratulations.
Micah Parsons said it best. Social media has allowed players' social media skills to be better than their football skills.
Yes.
I was like, hello, Micah.
Because there's a guy that does his talking on the field, and it can't be disputed. That dude gets it done on the field.
Yeah.
Raff, to go to your point, man.
Which one did you read, AD? I like the Brian T one is funny.
Let me see.
I talk so much trash that Lil Red headbutts me every game.
Oh man. Yeah, the unknown texter says the Broncos should apologize for allowing Mr. Unlimited to take the field. Again, I'll say this about the Broncos. There's literally a new sheriff in town. And I think with all the pieces that are there and with a disciplinarian and a Hall of Famer like Peyton is, I think you're going to see some different results. I would not be surprised to see them win 9 or 10 games next year if they can stay healthy. Because Sean Payton is not going to tolerate stupidity and all the side shows and all the rest of that bull crap. He's like, hey, man, you leave that outside the complex, and we're here. We're about work, not about your entourage, not about your private coaching, all the rest of that stuff, or your documentary series. We're here to win football games. And that's why Sean is a Hall of Famer he is. So on that point, Raff, on the number 2 point, it just shows you how she's somewhat similar to Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
How disconnected they are from reality. That you think people with their job or just as human beings, our opinions were, well, maybe the Chiefs will fall off a little bit this year. Anybody that doesn't have Tyreek Hill is going to feel it. Doesn't mean you're not going to win it. But to have the gall to say, oh, you owe us an apology. For what? For having an opinion that's different than yours?
Yeah, exactly.
That shows you the underlying problem in society. Well, if you think differently than me, you owe me an apology. No, you know what it means? Is we're humans and we have different opinions on things. We have different outlooks on things. But it shows you how just disconnected that she is. And then obviously you got his crazy brother, just could not resist, allow his brother. Jackson Mahomes is one of the biggest goofballs, goons that are out there, man. Because you can't let your brother have his moment without you jumping in there for your TikTok features.
TikTok boy.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, let your brother have his moment without you coming in and acting a fool, man.
Yeah. It's just like, it's just crazy. I think he told him is like, hey, here's the deal. Kind of stay off social media during the season and then whatever happens after, because it felt like right after the Super Bowl, it was just like game on. You have like Jackson Mahomes.
I've been waiting for this all year.
Yeah, just like, and then like asking for an apology. I'm like, apologize for what? Like, I think they try to, like her, for instance, always tries to be like the poor Patrick Carter. Patrick don't get this. Patrick don't get that. But every time we do, like, who's the best quarterback in the NFL? Patrick Mahomes. Who, we always have him at the top of the list. It's like, you're trying to create a chip on somebody's shoulder that there's no chip. We already give him credit. He's good. He's a freak of nature. Chiefs fans, enjoy every second of it because he is a once in a generation quarterback. It's not going, this isn't going to last forever, So I say enjoy it as much as possible instead of wanting apologies from all the other people out there. Enjoy what you have because it doesn't come along. So.
Yeah, she unknown texter's got a good point here, and unfortunately it's true. Says she's a victim. People that think with a victim mentality make poor choices, spend a lot of time and money learning that. And I tell you what, unknown texter, I'm right with you. It's just the thing that's sad is from what it perceives to be, and the people I know who have come in contact with Mahomes on a personal level said, dude, it's just cool as a fan, man. I mean, cool as a fan. And then you have people like his, unfortunately, like his bride, like his brother, that do the outlandish things like they do. You owe us an apology. Lady, what are you talking about? Your husband just won the Super Bowl. Okay. No one owes you an apology. It's called sports. It's called having an opinion. It's called having your own favorite team. And contrary to her popular belief, everybody's not a Chiefs fan.
Well, there are 8,633,333,001 out there that are Chiefs fans. That's what I counted in the airport. But that's just me. There are a lot of Chiefs fans out there that I'm just like, nah, I think you're Patrick Mahomes fans. It kind of reminds me a little bit with the Tim Tebow sensation.
Yeah.
There were a lot of fans that jumped on Denver's bandwagon that you were like, well, are you really a Broncos fan or are you a Tim Tebow fan?
When did Denver have a bandwagon?
Oh, there was a bandwagon. That Tim Tebow bandwagon was full. And,
yeah.
And now I look at the Chiefs the same way. It's like, are you a Chiefs fan or are you a Patrick Mahomes fan?
Yeah.
Because I'll go out on a limb and, half of them you're like, who played quarterback for the Chiefs before Patrick Mahomes? And you get like the deer in headlights look. It's like, they had a football team before Patrick Mahomes? Oh, did I say that out loud?
Did I say that out loud? OJCJ, good morning to you from Abilene, Kansas. Good to hear from you, man. He says, Mahomes doesn't get this. He doesn't get that. She doesn't get it. He got paid $500 million contract, enough said. And I agree. It's like, I'm making that type of money. I'm letting everybody in the house know. My brother, hey, cut it out with the dancing. Babe, you have to cut all that mess out. All right. Because I'm the one, meaning Mahomes, I'm the one that takes the brunt of this while you guys are free to say what you want to say on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, etc. It's time to put some clamps on the crib. And like you mentioned, Raff, Jackson had been quiet all year. And the Super Bowl happened. It was like he couldn't find, was let out of a bottle. It's like, I'm an active fool, But yeah, you're making $500 million. Heck, if you're making $50 million, what are you really complaining about that needs to be heard that we owe you an apology? No one owes you an apology. Your husband out there and did the job he was supposed to do. He won the game in great fashion, gutted it out. I got nothing but praise and kudos for the brother, man.
Yeah.
Toughed it out. Now,
I'm the same way. I'm like, great player, but man, his family sometimes just makes me roll my eyes. I'm just like, and you wonder how much he sees of it, where he's just like, guys, come on now, just relax a little bit. But it's crazy.
Some don't get it. Some don't get it. Well, there's another game tonight, y'all. And it's a big one. And reason why I say it's a big one, because it's a game that the Lady Huskers should absolutely win tonight. Would you guys agree with that?
They need to.
True.
They have
to.
They
need this win bad, bro. They need this win. Because against Michigan, I know Michigan's rated number 12. They lost that game on Sunday. It's a game they probably should have won. So this game right here, you cannot let this drop against Minnesota. It's at Minnesota. Minnesota's 9-16, 13th in the Big Ten. The women are sitting at 14-11. These are the crucial type of games to where they start hurting your chances of being on bubbles and things of that nature. If you're talking about the big dance, because there's other teams that are sitting in Nebraska, same situation, to where you lose to a team that's 9-16. I don't care if it's at Minnesota. I don't care if it's in Lincoln. I don't care if you're playing it at Pioneers Park. You do not lose to Minnesota tonight going down this gauntlet that we have, because you figure after tonight, it's not overlooking tonight, but you figure after tonight, the game we're trying to pack out on Saturday is Iowa. All right. Then after Iowa, you got Illinois. Illinois is sitting there at 19-7, 6 in the Big Ten. Then you have Northwestern, a team that you barely snuck by earlier this year. It's another game that you got to win. So tonight's game is a pretty big game for Nebraska to get ready to go into the gauntlet of theirs. What's you guys' thoughts on tonight's game, man? Who has to step up and show up?
Honestly, I think the more and more I've thought about this team, unfortunately, the more I'm leaning to it being a WNIT type of team. And I honestly think that it would probably shape up better for them if they were, because they'd be a higher seed in the WNIT, which means they'd get to host a couple games, which would be big. So they just got to take care of business. It's one game at a time. I think I think there's a lot of people excited for Saturday. Once again, because they face number 7 Iowa at home. So I think there's a lot of people excited for Saturday, but you got to make sure you get through Minnesota. You got to make sure you get through Minnesota first.
Cannot overlook this game, man.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't. You just got to take it one game at a time. So,
and you know what, guys? I honestly feel that you're going to see their mindset. I'm not saying this dictates the whole game, but how they come out in this game. Are they going to come out somewhat lethargic because it's Minnesota? Or are they going to come out with just saying, hey, let's get this game over with quick. Let's put in quick work and put them away and take care of business.
Well, you could argue, though, before we get to break, you could argue that they've done that. They've come out and shot really well, but then they just go ice cold. They go ice cold. You got to have somewhat of a complete game. I
agree. All right, we'll throw it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Husker Nation, Amy Williams and Nebraska women's basketball needs you February 18th at 1 p.m. as the Huskers take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. We need your help to sell out Pinnacle Bank Arena for the first time ever. For event and ticket information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
What are you doing, Sip? I thought the chickens could use some more light in their lives.
So you're building what exactly?
It's a motion-censored switchboard. Duh.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Of course. Ow! God! Ow!
Seems like a job for a professional.
Just one more wire. Yep, there you go, right there.
Don't be like Sip. Call Joe at Ambition Electric for any of your electric needs at 402-217-3415.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln at Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle has the city's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the United States, but regular screening can reduce colon cancer deaths by 50%. At-home screening tests such as the fecal immunochemical test, or FIT, can help identify precancerous polyps and prevent colon cancer. FIT is easy to use, with no prep needed, can be completed in the privacy of your own home, and are often free to order from your local county health department. Take a health quiz to know if you're at risk of developing colon cancer. Now is the time to act and ensure that you take the quiz.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The winter storm warning will be in effect this afternoon through tomorrow morning, as snow is expected to move in late in the day. We could see accumulations overnight of 5 to 8 inches. Highs today will be around 30, but temperatures will be falling this afternoon. A low tonight expected of 14, a high tomorrow of around 27. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
Shopping for insurance can be a frustrating and tedious task. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln has a full staff of licensed professional agents who will do the work all for you. Brokers utilizes over 20 insurance companies to save their clients money. Brokers Insurance Agency will always do what is in the client's best interest and will find the best program to fit your needs. Call Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 to get a quote today, or find us online at brokersinsurancene.com.
Hey there.
Hi, honey.
Uh-oh.
Remember we told Jamie and Mike about Liberty First Credit Union, how great their checking account and car loans are, the amazing service we get, and how we love being members?
Yeah.
Well, they took our advice. Jamie said how easy it was to move all their accounts and become members. Now they say they're banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union.
Learn more about being a member at libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Member NCUA.
The Empire brand is growing with ESC fabrication and sandblasting. ESC is your place for custom handrails, industrial and commercial painting, and more. ESC provides custom welding for aluminum and stainless steel and media blasting of all sorts. ESC has great attention to detail. They stick to deadlines and keep within your budget. If you can dream it, they can make it. Contact ESC Fabrication and Sandblasting in Waverly today at 531-207-9329.
Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 Tall Boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
4th and 1 is
Early
what?
break
4th
with
and 1
Sip
is
and Jake.
4th and 1 is what?
4th and 1 is just a sense of urgency and a sense of preparation, which means 4th and 1 is really important to have you prepared to be in 4th and 1. So that was a heavy Ed Ogeron. That was a heavy Urban Meyer. Like that. It was 4th and 1 every day.
Oh boy.
So February 19th, it wasn't like, yeah, we're cool. We're all good.
Right.
No.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Wednesday. Matt Hopp, you do know your Kansas City Chiefs quarterbacks. Well done, brother. Well done. You are not a bandwagon
Fake
Chiefs
fan. Fake fan.
No,
I'm just kidding.
There are some bandwagons out there. I will say that, but I guess that happens all the time. You got to follow the leader, I guess. So,
Hey, Ray says Mr. Holmes needs to chill, but since you brought it up, somebody owes me an apology.
I apologize, Ray. I apologize.
Ray, people owe us an apology for doubting the Lions. That's what happens. That's what should be the apology.
You got that clip?
Hold on. We got a couple of them. We got a couple options here. Let's just do this one instead here.
Pathetic! You are pathetic!
It's been a while since we've done that clip.
It sounded brand new to me.
Yeah, we gotta bring those out. We gotta bring those back out.
Well, the rumor on the street was he made a new one for the Super Bowl.
Not as funny.
Not as funny.
No.
Not as funny.
That is funny.
I think because the Super Bowl one, if it was manufactured,
that's what I said.
Yeah, it's not going to be as funny as just the pure frustration and raw emotion that he had with the playoffs.
Yeah, so he has like a TikTok now where he like does these videos for a lot of games.
Yeah.
And since they're manufactured, they're just like he's trying to be funny.
Yeah.
He's not actually pretty pissed off. Yeah. So it's just not as good. Not nearly as good.
Speaking of class, this is something I'm going to share a little bit about later, before we close here in a bit. I just sent you guys, check your phones. I just sent you guys both a clip with Melvin Gordon. And I thought it was crazy cool, bro. How I sent you guys on Instagram, so if you check your messenger on there. And his response, man, was funny, bro. Oh, I was dying laughing.
Was that to the Chargers one?
What's up?
Was that to the Chargers post?
No, it was just Melvin Gordon was keeping it real. They were just asking him, Melvin, because Melvin Gordon, of course, he got cut by Denver earlier this year. I mean, Raff, I believe it was a game he had a few fumbles after that game. Yeah. He was cut the next day, give or take. And he lands on with the Chiefs. And the reporter asked him, he goes, "How was it you being playing on this team compared to other teams you've been on before, changed to another team?" He goes, "I didn't have to do nothing." He goes, "They carried me, but I got a Super Bowl out of it." And he laughed about it. I thought the way that he handled that situation, man, was crazy cool. Contrasted to how some of the other guys, talking trash. Yeah, I'll help with this. No, you didn't, dude. Kansas City would have won it without Juju Smith-Schuster anyway. And I like Juju. He was a former Steeler. What's that?
TikTok boy.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, bro, KC would have done it regardless, with or without you. So why not show some humility? Be like, yo, man, we got this thing done. Blah, blah, blah. Melvin Gordon just laughs like, look, man, I got a ring. I'm not going to try to say I did anything crazy. I practiced, And being a practice guy myself, I got an affinity for my man MG that got it done. We all get the rings. Dang it.
This Chargers page on Twitter came out and said, Melvin Gordon's kind of like that guy who gets assigned to a school class project, and he's the one guy that doesn't do anything, but then puts his name on it at the end of the project. And
there's nothing wrong with those people. No, I'm just kidding.
It gets an A. And Melvin Gordon responded back with a picture of him holding the Lombardi trophy and a cigar in his mouth. And it's like, that was the best response ever.
Oh, that's awesome. Guys, tomorrow is a big day. Tiger Woods is playing golf.
Yes,
and I don't know if you guys saw it yesterday. He came out and was like, if I'm playing to win.
Yep. Turn the hat around.
So, I mean, it's pretty, like, we're excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. He's teeing off at
2:07 Nebraska time, which is crazy. Is I was thinking they'd pair him with maybe just Justin Thomas, but they're like, nah, we're going to pair him with Justin Thomas and Rory McIlroy in the same group.
Wow. That's awesome.
I honestly woke up thinking today was Thursday. And so I was like, I get to watch golf while I'm just chilling. I'm like, no, today's Wednesday, man. But I'm glad you brought that up, Nick and Raff, in that Tiger's not played in what they said over 750 days, something like that, in a tournament.
No, I'd be less than that because he played
he would have played last year.
He played
right?
3 of the tournaments last year, 3 of the majors last year. But I think that's maybe since the last time he played a non-major tournament is probably
exactly. That's what they were saying, a non-major. Because I remember he played last year, and so when they said that stat, I was like, I think they mean a non-major is what they mean by that stat. Think about this, man. Tiger just moves the needle in golf. I'll never forget in '97 when Tiger won the Masters. I just started watching golf. That was the first year I started watching it because I started golfing. The first day I golfed was the day before I got married, literally. And that was the first time I ever played the game. I thought it was stupid. Then I played it. I was like, okay, I'm liking this. Tiger goes on his run, of course, which basically introduced a whole new generation of golfers, inspired them. He just moves the needle. I mean, that's the bottom line. So I'm hoping he's healthy enough to do something. They need it too right now. Golf, it's kind of been on this just kind of lately. They need that shock of excitement right now, man.
Yeah. I've always considered Tiger Woods and Mike Tyson kind of alike in their performances, because they can either be doing really, really well and it's really awesome, or they can be doing really, really bad and it's still great television because they're, sometimes saying stuff under under their lips, and then they're, throwing things or biting ears. And
let me have your ear for this conversation. No, like literally, I want to have your ear.
it's definitely must-see TV anytime that they're on. So it'll be fun. And I know for a fact, like CBS and the Golf Channel and all those guys and ESPN Plus are just like, they just got to be going nuts right now, thinking we got Tiger Woods and not a I don't want to say a master. What are the why am I forgetting that? What are the big tournaments called?
Majors.
Major. Thank you. Master. Yeah, but they got to just be going nuts that it's not a major and he's actually going to be there. So that'll be fun.
Well, I tell you what. Go ahead.
We got it on the text line, guys. Big day today because Full Swing comes out on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that'll be
Full
good.
Swing is out on Netflix today.
It is?
While you're chilling at home. Yeah. While you're chilling at home, you can watch that today.
That looks really good.
My buddies and I, we texted our group chat. We're having like 14 people over at our house tonight to watch it. All of our golfing buddies. We're having like 14 people over at our house to chill in the basement and watch the Full Swing documentary.
And he talks about me not texting people. Interesting.
Raff, would you like to come over?
I'm busy.
See, what's funny is I don't even know. This could be awkward. Raff and I have made plans to hang out tomorrow. AD, I don't know are you in the loop on these? Because if not, I'll loop you in because I'm just that kind of guy.
I was just seeing how his health is progressing. I didn't want to.
It's gonna depend on today and tonight. I'm taking it easy pretty much today, man. I'll be in my chair and probably even taking some naps because, like I said, I'm just not sure how these new meds are gonna impact me. Oh yeah. So I'm still trying to take it easy. It's more possible. We'll see what happens.
Peer pressure. We'll be fine. Peer pressure. We'll be fine. We'll get 80 out there. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, just. All right, let's send it to our final timeout, guys.
All right, it's the Drive 93.7. The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Nutrition Authority invites you to try Anarchy, which is an exciting new pre-workout for athletes and gym enthusiasts who want the most out of their workouts. Anarchy can only be found in Nutrition Authority. Remember, when you want results, the solution is simple. Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Chances are you've tried fruitcake before. Chances are it looked pretty weird. Lots of colors that don't really exist in nature. Chances are it tasted weird. Chances are you need to try fruitcake again. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. None of that weird stuff you didn't like, just real fruit, premium nuts, and the delicious flavor combination of brandy, bourbon, and rum to meld all that together. See for yourself. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
The Empire brand is growing with ESC fabrication and sandblasting. ESC is your place for custom handrails, industrial and commercial painting, and more. ESC provides custom welding for aluminum and stainless steel and media blasting of all sorts. ESC has great attention to detail. They stick to deadlines and keep within your budget. If you can dream it, they can make it. Contact ESC Fabrication and Sandblasting in Waverly today at 531-207-9329.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at nebraskaautodetail.com.
Shopping for insurance can be a frustrating and tedious task. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln has a full staff of licensed professional agents who will do the work all for you. Brokers utilizes over 20 insurance companies to save their clients money. Brokers Insurance Agency will always do what is in the client's best interest and will find the best program to fit your needs. Call Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 to get a quote today, or find us online at brokersinsurancene.com.
Husker Nation, Amy Williams and Nebraska women's basketball needs you February 18th at 1 p.m. as the Huskers take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. We need your help to sell out Pinnacle Bank Arena for the first time ever. For event and ticket information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone. It can reverse an opioid overdose. I decided to always keep it on me after my friend almost died. It saved his life.
I'm so sorry. That makes me want to have it with me too.
You totally should. Check the pharmacy. It was actually really easy to get, and it's easy to use.
I definitely will. Thanks.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
A lot of people in the summertime think, gee, I want to build a new home. By the time they go through the process of sitting down, getting the permits, and getting the home started, the home isn't done until January or February.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders. And they've built neighborhoods in and around Lincoln for over 25 years.
I think the best time to start designing your new home is the month of February. Get an early start on it. Sit down, the snow's flying. Let's sit around the table. Let's drop some plans. Let's put numbers together. Let's get a budget put together. And let's get that thing started so that the home's done in summer or fall before school starts. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. I was just thinking to myself, who is going to do the craziest thing at the Chiefs parade today? Usually there's always that one guy that, What was it at the Lakers? It used to be Bill Walton's son doing his dance on stage.
I hope it's somebody from KCTV5 named
Yeah.
Nathan Brennan. Let's just hope it's somebody from KCTV5. Guys, we didn't get to talk about this. Since we don't have a lot of time, we won't be able to get super deep into it. Georgia, their offensive coordinator, Todd Monken, has left to take the offensive coordinator job at the Baltimore Ravens. They replace internally with Mike Bobo, who was an
Former quarterback.
offensive analyst this last season with Georgia. He was the offensive coordinator at Georgia, I want to say from like 2007 to 2014. Before then, he left to take the head coach job at Colorado State. But Mike Bobo will now replace Todd Monken at Georgia. So
there's a lot of changes. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say bye, Todd.
There's a lot of changes that have taken place both at the college level and the pro level. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow. I've been saying we're going to talk about it. We'll get into that tomorrow because they're the top 50 free agents. I think that's interesting read, Raff and Nick. I sent that to you as well. I'll chop over that today because there's some names on there, in particular the fate of Lamar Jackson. Does he end up staying there in Baltimore, or does he go someplace else? Also, Saquon Barkley, which most likely will get franchise tagged, most likely something like that. But a lot to talk about tomorrow when it comes to pro changes. Also want to look at the top recruiting classes, how they fared, and how many stars they got. And a question I'm going to pose out there we'll talk about tomorrow. Is it 5 stars? Is it development? Or is it both? Get the 5 stars and development. Can you have one without the other? And if so, what does that look like? So a lot to talk about. Of course, we'll talk about the ladies post game against Minnesota. Hopefully that's a pleasant conversation we can have tomorrow, something we can celebrate as well. And we'll see what happens. But you know what, folks, I was thinking about the 80 attitude of gesture for today. The key thing is you never know the impact you can have on somebody. Small gestures can go a long way. One of the texters talked about clear back in 89 when the former great and the late Kenny Clark went to the hospital, had him go to a game, tour the facilities, how that was 30 plus years ago and still how he remembers that to this day. Again, I allude to Coach Osborne when I spoke for teammates on Monday. There was a person in my life that deconstructed, was one of the words I used. He deconstructed stereotypes. I had a terrible time with reading growing up in second grade. He was my second grade teacher, Mr. Willie Banks. And he always told us labels are for canned goods and not for people. Labels are for canned goods and not for people. The reason why that I read so much today is because Mr. Willie Banks saw something I didn't see in myself. And he spent the time with me, a little bit of time that went a long way. And of course, I can go on and on about 32 years ago when Coach and Nancy Osborne started the Teammates program. Out of those 22 original teammates, mentors that raised their hand, mentees that raised their hand, 21 graduated. The one went started a motocross career, which is actually pretty cool, and finished up that way. Small gestures, a little bit of kindness, kind of piggyback off what Raff said yesterday, can go a long way. Folks, you have no idea the impact you can have somebody else, and it doesn't take a lot of time to do it either.
All right.
I concur.
We got about a minute left. AD, good to see you again, my man. Good. Man. Glad that everything's doing all right, man.
Yes, it's good to see you. I'm glad you made it safely to and from Omaha last night, brother. Raff, good to see you back from the son of the Paradise Valley, man, land of the sun. And I can't wait till all three of us get on the course here. So, Nick, you've never played with us on the golf course for me.
No, I've never played. I know, AD, you've invited me. Raff's never invited me.
Oh, wow.
Just last Friday, we were together, and you invited me out to play last weekend, but I couldn't. But
that was just because I wasn't here.
Raff wasn't here, so. We got 15 seconds. Send us out of here.
All right, everybody. We hope that Brittany Mahomes does not get on stage, or Jackson Mahomes today. Let it just be the Chiefs players. Have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
What time is the parade?